when abortion was illegal, it was an absolute living tragedy. I had an illegal abortion, and I don't want these women and the people who are going out to vote at this point in history to be uninformed.
It was 1962. I was 22 years old. I was rushed to the emergency room with a fever of 105 and blood poisoning. I had had an illegal abortion. Blindfolded, without anesthetic, I never saw the face of the abortionist. My own doctor, who refused to provide a safe abortion, would now try to save my life. Because I had good medical care, I survived. Many women died.
I created the film When Abortion Was Illegal because it was clear that almost no one had a memory or information about the back alley days.
There was no phrase, reproductive choice. There was no concept of reproductive choice. If you needed an abortion, you couldn't look in the phone book for a clinic.
Every day, hospitals admitted women infected and bleeding.
One I can think of was a classmate of mine who had an abortion that was done actually by her mom. And she started to hemorrhage, and the mother could not stop her from bleeding. She brought her in here, and she died. I called the daddy, and when he arrived at the hospital, he said to her immediately, "I want to know who did it." And in every way, she tells me that he made her feel guilty and called her a killer. The death of their daughter. I thought, there must be another way. It's got to be another way.
After a century of tragedies, a nationwide move to legalize the procedure of abortion led to a 1973 Supreme Court decision giving women the right to choose. The struggle to protect that right is ongoing.
I can remember the last time we had a march and walking down the street and thinking, I thought that we wouldn't have to do this anymore. When the Supreme Court decision was won, we all went, that's it, we won. And we relaxed. But at the same time, you had these groups that were organizing to repeal it. And what they did was chip away, because then Medicaid funding wasn't allowed for poor women. And then there was spousal consent that came up. And then you couldn't provide services to minors without parental notification or parental consent. But it means that you can never relax.
We're hearing about knitting needles again. We're hearing about bleach douches again. And they may not be reporting it to their physician or to the judge that they end up talking to or to the clinic worker at the hospital, but there are girls out there doing that.
Even though history may be repeating itself now, this story begins when abortion was illegal.